Chris White, I was in the U.S. Army, retired as an E5 sergeant. I was in the 82nd Airborne most of my career for 12 years as an airborne infantryman. For military veterans, it's so important is that the outdoors is all something most veterans, that's where your job was outdoors. So it's a familiarity of it. So that's what brings all of us together as kind of our safe space. And again, without programs like this, you'd just be sitting at home kind of wasting away. A lot of these people, they get that mentality. They think, you go from tip of the spear, most important person in the world doing important things to sitting at home on a couch, either as an amputee or stuff like that, and you start to lose yourself. And so if you don't have programs like this to get you up and out of the house and off the couch, and prove that you can still be who you want to be, I think is probably the most vital part of someone's recovery and life thereafter.
It's one of those feelings that, like, when you learn something that you were able to do. Like, I skied and snowboarded before I got injured, and then when I got injured, the first adaptive thing I learned was monoski before I actually lost the leg. And then Molly had me try out the ski bike, and it's just one of those freeing things that, again, you're like, man, I can keep up with the other guys. Like, I can keep up with everybody, able-bodied or not, on the mountain, and I can shred and have fun. And it's another one of those just mental, it's awesome. Yeah. It's great. And programs like this, like Wasatch, like having people that can look in on us and actually care enough to teach us to do these types of things is just, it's second to none. It's needed across the board. Like, it gives people independence that never thought that they could have independence. So the donations that you guys get and to keep each other running, and I mean, it's keeping, like, not to be weird or cliche, but like, it's keeping the world running, It's keeping people from having to live those lives where they're just sheltered and held in all the time. They can get out and actually expand their horizons, things they didn't think they could ever do. So,
like, a small downside to any adaptive activity is the equipment you need, which is always specialized, is always really expensive. So to have donors that are willing to, especially programs like here at Wasatch, like, if they have a lot of loaner equipment, all that equipment is expensive.
Yeah, it's huge that Wasatch, Adaptive has everything that we need and more than enough of it for more than enough people to use. And so
when you donate to these programs, you are literally saving lives of people. You truly are. Because, I mean, even we have unfortunately lost some of our attendees to suicide after they've been on trips and stuff like that. And it just hits you completely different. And the more that we can prevent that from happening, and you truly are affecting people's lives all the way down to someone's children. When you can get away on these, you come back home and you're refreshed, you're in a different mindset, and you're looking at things in a different perspective. It's kind of like, plugging in and getting a recharge. So again, if there was, anybody to thank for stuff like this, it's the donors, because we all know it just doesn't run without them. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart.